It's a little weird, but it definitely can work.
Yeah, where's their save too when they get caught out like that?
Yeah, and their team fight's a lot weaker in my opinion with like the Knicks too. Like last time they have at least like the Beastmaster give them that like reliable disable, gives them objective taking as well, and like a hard lockdown. But now it's like Troll when he gets BKB, he can kind of just run in, and Nyx doesn't really do anything versus BKBs, and you know that Troll's going to build it eventually.
Even before the BKB, Mouse
even before,
they're
of course.
light on reliable lockdown. You got a couple interrupts, but that Nyx stun is certainly not a guaranteed.
What is Thug's hero to bring it all together?
Is this another puck game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be bad at all.
Looks like it.
Looks like a puck game.
It'd be really good. I mean, you make Troll stop attacking you, and which loses him his speed. You got a nice silence for the boys Disruptor and Magnus. I like the puck here. Quap's not a bad one either. I mean, they don't have too much.
I mean, the Disruptor's kind of annoying.
Disruptor is pretty bad for Quap, yeah. All right. Yeah, puck would be the way to go.
Space Maker for TB. Yeah, they can fight as 4. They actually have damage without the Terrorblade if they want to like be able to fight before he gets, you know, like that one item to push.
They're definitely lacking on the lockdown for Mouse,
Yes.
so puck helps with that a lot.
Unless this is the Alchemist jungle.
Oh.
Everyone gets an Ags game.
I'm going to grab the puck.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Think about it. Ags for
I should just grab
It's the puck, yeah. So
It's the Fairy Dragon.
mouse sports doing mouse sports things. Well, what do Empire still need? They still need them. I still think the Invoker's really what you're picking. I mean, they banned the OD. I think you were choosing whether to ban the OD or the Invoker, and maybe
Hard
feeling the
lane.
other one was get through. It's not a good lane, you feel? It's
Very
Yeah,
hard
it's
versus
very
Puck
hard.
now,
Okay.
especially
Okay.
if there's a bounty as well. Like Puck now, especially with like the new thing, there's no shrine for Invoker to back up on.
So what could you take? Could you take something like the TA for FN?
Oh, that could be nice.
Yeah, TA looks nice.
TA?
Are we thinking this is definitely offlane Magnus? Is there any chance they could be looking at an offlaner here?
They have played it mid.
played it
before.
mid.
They can.
so-
FN can do a very good Magnus. So they definitely do have that. I guess you're seeing the puck now, and you're saying, would you be happy laning as a Magnus against that?
Yep, you would.
You would. There we go.
Okay.
So
Wait.
Well, no. So it's going to be FN Troll. FN Troll in the
FN
mid lane.
Troll.
It
Yeah,
will be
yeah,
the off lane. And it is Ghostic will pick that up, and yeah, it will be Chappie safe lane.
Chappie, safe lane, Slar.
Oh wait, no, sorry. No, Chappie's playing the Troll. FN's playing the Slark. So Chappie, unless they
Whoa.
swap it around, which they may do. But I know FN Slark is certainly a thing that he's comfortable
Slark
on.
versus Puck. Uh-oh.
No, I think FN will take it safe lane. I think they
You
might
think
swap
he'll take it
roles.
safe?
I think
Okay.
they might swap roles. We'll
All right.
see. We'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will see indeed.
Thank you, War Room.
Brax, what are you thinking about that last pick? How do you think Empire sets up these lanes?
It's definitely the Troll mid, but it looks so greedy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
they didn't need to pick another carry to have, like, better late game with the Magnus already, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Magnus already makes terribly
right.
much weaker.
Prediction
so,
time. So what do you think? Who's taking it?
10 seconds remaining.
I believe in Mouse. Actually, they've got
Okay.
Terrorblade. I like Terrorblade a lot.
Wacky?
Empire. Just too many buffs for Terrorblade. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Empire. I got faith in the Troll. I got faith in the buffs. But we'll see if the predictions are right. We're going to move into this first game of our final series today, Empire versus Mouse.
Prepare for battle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the casting panel. I'm Odie Pixel. I'm here with Fogg, and we're ready to take you through the second series of the day. We've got the wonderful Empire up against mousesports. And we're into the game. Who is sticking with what? Chappie is
Chappie's
indeed
mid.
sticking with it. And yeah, so they're swapping around the lanes, which, I mean, I guess it's because, as I feel like, well, I've seen FN in the past on Slark. I guess but I can imagine Chappie can play a good Slark as well.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing.
just a
that's
preference
concerning
thing,
to me.
or?
No, not too, I guess it must be, but I like FN actually as a mid laner a lot
Oh,
lately.
he's a very strong mid laner,
yeah, I
isn't
thought
he?
he's been playing
Yeah.
it really well.
Maybe he just doesn't like laning against pucks. He says, "Screw that. You can do that, Chappie. I'm clicking creeps in the safe lane."
It is a little bit harder now for the Troll. Like, Troll used to win versus Puck, but
Yeah.
now with like the increased base damage, and of course with the Bounty Hunter going to be sitting there, but there's going to be a Ogre there too, so it's probably going to be a pretty like even matchup versus the two of them.
For sure, and I guess it's hard for the bounty really to do too much because you just whirl the axes, walk off, and then until like the bounty's level 4 and such later on, you're not going to be able to get much damage through to the Troll other than that initial hit. But yeah, interesting stuff. FN on the Slark. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see how Mouse lane in response. At the moment, they are having Skylark down here, as neither team looking to run anything sort of aggressive. We are going to see MNT try for the rune snipe. It's not going to make it. Chappie still grabs it. But Spartan's actually here as well, and with the body blocks, they'll actually be able to do a fair bit here to Chappie. And Chappie,
Is he gonna...
I think he may just go down one more
no,
touch.
he's okay, he's okay.
So close.
Oh, they tried to go for the skewer back, but okay, he's forced back to base.
Yeah.
So that makes it a lot harder.
That's a little win. That is a little win.
That is a pretty large.
Is that pretty big win?
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, Puck. If you get especially if you have it on your hill, you get a bit of an experience advantage. That's where you're able to actually do something. But Ogre at least is there to at least sap some of the experience. But yeah, getting like a full level advantage is always pretty nice in mid lane.
Yeah, at
Thug's
the
gonna get
moment,
something nice.
they're sticking around 3 with the mid lane. I mean, MNT is moving away, but both MNT and Spartan around with Thug. So again, doing this thing where they start the game off leaving the Terrorblade in a 1v1. And I guess if we look at the TB, has he just popped Metamorphosis? And
Yep.
We're doing exactly what we saw in game 1. So they're given the solo lane, and under the cover of Metamorphosis, you do pretty well in any sort of 1v1 matchup, don't you? That spell level 1 is going to easily outlane the majority of your opponents.
Yeah, it's kind of a clever approach. Like,
Yeah.
like you said, we saw it in the last game. So they just like to emphasize their other 2 lanes first and just let Madara just use the meta, and then they start making the rotations up there afterwards. But they like to win their mid lane, their off lane much more than just straight up securing Madara with multiple heroes. They just expect him to be able to on his own.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how well it pays off for Mouse, because Empire are certainly a team that are no pushovers in the laning stage. Very, very mechanically strong players on this side.
Yeah.
I have to keep an eye out as well. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how they deal with the pressure on the mid lane.
Yeah.
As you said, if the Ogre head's there sticking around, that should be enough to make sure that this Troll has a decent enough time against the puck.
Yeah, I mean, Spartan, though, is going to stay mid, though, instead of the Bounty Hunter. So Bounty's going to pressure bottom with Skylark, and they're going to make sure that Skylark gets levels, and they're going to mess with the Disruptor. Disruptor's the hero that needs to get levels and farm in order to actually be, like, relevant, because playing Disruptor from behind can be pretty painful.
And it's a hero that can really start to get bullied by these two.
Yeah, and they're starting to pressure already. Stun on the mark. They might actually be able to bring him down here. One more right click. Oh, he gets a tangle off, and he heals up a bit.
Yeah, they don't quite get it. Very lucky to get himself away there, King Eye. Has he got any way of getting back to base, though, or any sort of regen? He's going to have to hide. He's got a TP. So he will he'll have to make the long route back out to the base, back out to the lane. So we'll leave this Slug on his own for the time being. But Skylight's very low. FN will still be tickled around with potentially by MNT, but MNT also a little low on the mana. And at the end of the day, this isn't too bad for the Slark. I mean, as a Slark, you love to get a bit of solo XP. Anything that's going to get you quicker to that level 6 is fine. As long as you're not dying in the lane, you don't mind being alone in the lane.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like you said, levels are the most important thing here. And they don't even have the pull open, so he's probably even happier about this. Thug, though, with that little bit of that advantage that he did have, he is dominating the mid. He's bombing just a bit for now, as to kind of be expected. He had the mid wave, he's like level 3 a little bit before Chappie did. And the thing that you do with Puck, especially now, with this new, with the new mid wave, it used to be a thing on Puck, but you double stack the wave. You just want to push it in heavily. You have such a high mana pool, you can spam your orb. And Troll can't really do the same as well. You can just constantly right click him and spam the orb, and then you get lane advantage just from pushing him under his tower and being able to harass him constantly.
Yeah, it's definitely one of these lanes, yeah, where Thug just has the commanding play, and Chappie, if anything, if he wants to hope for something good, he's got to hope that the puck messes up, and Thug is very unlikely to do so. We saw him the other day have a very strong puck performance, and he's definitely got the setup and the lane matchup he wants to have the beginnings of another game similar to do so. And already MNT again, bringing Chappie down to less than half health, forcing him back. Bottom lane, a bit of harassment here onto Skylark. Actually going to try and duke out. It has got a TP. I wonder if he's going to try and go for some sort of a TP play, but he can't with the glimpse available. Spy Carapace and the stun. Is it going to be enough? Well, actually, yeah, with the glimpse back, he's almost certainly dead. FM with the dart pack. Stick charges. I don't think they're going to be enough, are they? But the Fairy Fire, that will be. Ooh.
He's always got Fairy Fires in the offlane, telling you, this guy.
I think that was his. Was that his Salve getting cancelled? I heard someone pop a Salve.
Not too sure.
I don't know whether that
glanced at mid lane really quickly. They actually end up bringing Thug. The Invis Ogre match, I guess a little bit unexpected from them. Yeah, they tried to make an aggressive play on Chappie and just got brought down.
And that is pretty huge for the mid lane. They need everything they can get for this Troll. But obviously, unfortunate the Troll, he did have to take the long walk back to base after that attempt. So, still, even though he gets taken down, Thug's back in the lane, and he continues to keep a large lead against Chappie's Troll.
Yep, he's got his double null, he's got the bottle being delivered too, so his sustain is going to be good, and yeah, he's heavily advantaged in the CS department, but definitely not wanting to die, but that's what you get when you don't expect an invis, and the rotation comes out bottom. King R, Disruptor, looking in some trouble.
Yep, another attempt on him, and this time it's going to be successful. Mouse, get the kill. And seeing Skylark finding him, and it is hard for this Disruptor, you know, down on this bottom lane. There's no Ogre because he's been hanging around the mid majority. He's supporting the Slark on his own. If he gets even slightly out of position, this is always going to happen, isn't it? MNT and Skylark close in, and he's got no escape.
Yeah, and you know, he has no pull to rely on. He only has the big camp, so every time he walks up to try to get that, he puts himself in a little bit of a risk of positioning. Skylark now. Looks like he's going to get sandwiched. Ogre and Disruptor both here.
Well, let's see if they get away with this one. Last time he had the stick charges and the Fairy Fire. He's got a few stick charges. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive this time, as Empire will get away with the kill. Bringing him down, bringing him out of the lane. Gold starting to be racked up by Slark. FN, he's yet to queue anything up. I wonder if he's thinking about going for the Midas this game. He's just got straight up to 900 on the Brown Boots and the poor man. He's getting good experience. Yeah, but he's going to play it more sensible. He'll get that Aquila. He queues it up, gets it sent out to him. And,
yeah, when you're getting like full free farm, you want to ideally go for the Midas. But when you're getting pressured, he knows the Bounty Hunter is going to keep coming down there and pressuring him, so... Yeah, definitely good to just get some decent stats and stuff to make the lane a little bit better and help your Disruptor a bit. But now mid lane, you see, Chappie actually just goes to jungle.
He's having such a hard time.
Too much pressure coming out from the puck. And he just, you know, maybe a bit of efficiency as well. He's like, all right, my Ogre can just like sap experience mid and I can jungle just fine at this point.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense here to make that move, and already we can see him catching up with the CS because of it. And yeah, as you said, sharing a bit of love for the Ogre.
He's got phase boots now on Troll too, so
yeah. So now it's hard for for Thug really to make any sort of plays unless he has a +1 and the Dream Coil, which he now does have. Hits level 6. Does have a haste rune still in the bottom as well. So Chappie needs to be a little careful. Any sort of rotation could cause issues.
They're trying to go King R. MNT instantly TPs, but he has the glimpse.
Yeah, they get the glimpse back. Thunder Strike ticks him down. Empire getting themselves another kill, another bit of involvement here for FN down on the bottom lane. 1-0-1. And yeah, with that Aquila, 450 is going to be well on the way to the treads and such. It is going to get harder and harder to bully the Slark out the lane, especially once he hits 6.
Yeah.
So I think FN he's going to be happy with how this bottom lane is going.
Yeah, I think he's got like that one double stack too. So yeah, he's okay.
Yeah,
he's close to 6. Now he's going to get pushed back though. He's too low. So this gives a lot of space to Skylark here. And Madara just straight up solo versus Ghostic. Ghostic level 4, he's getting an okay item of the top lane, but yeah, Mao is definitely coming out slightly ahead in the laning phase so far, even if it is 3-1 leading for Empire.
Yeah, definitely in the mid lane where it's been the biggest of differences. MNT heading over there, talking about the place. And eyeing up Chappie as a potential go right now. He's gonna head away. He sees Baposhka still around the neighborhood, and MNT knows that he can't really run in under cover of both of them. They do have sentry ward vision as well around that middle lane.
Similar thing as last game, right?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, Shadow Fiend last game was in trouble, and he starts to jungle, so Troll this time he was in a bit of trouble, so keeping eyes on him, knowing exactly where he is at all times. Very beneficial.
Now bottom lane, Empire. Let's see if they can make a bit of a go. Spartan comes in, actually drops the Shadow Word. Dark packed it off immediately.
MNT spotted the Ogre, making the movement down. I think they even saw the sentry get placed in the woods there too, so he felt a little bit pressured. He definitely got back. Chappie now just doing Ancients on the Troll, so at least he's got that type of efficiency thing for him. He's farming very well. He's actually ahead of Thug in level.
He really is, and he's only about a couple of hundred behind that puck.
Yep.
And that is considering that Thug really did dominate the lane at the start. So yeah, he's doing his best to catch up, and it's working. So he's by no means shutting down the progress of Thug, but he's making sure that he himself isn't getting hindered.
Thug's
Thug's
actually got a full veil.
Yeah.
8 minutes in, so his burst potential is very high, especially with like the bonus from Shuriken. They're actually like mostly spell damage early on.
I mean, and this is perfect. As soon as you get, if you can get a good rotation on this bottom lane, if you can find Slark, that would be the big one. They'll get a cheaper pick off to the side as Maposhka's taken down on the Ogre, and already FN and King are backing up. But FN obviously now hitting the 6. Will feel a lot safer and knows that he can play his way around the majority of these rotations. Actually jumped forward, I believe he did just have the edge of vision there, I believe, under one of the sentries as such. He seemed to know that MNT was in the neighborhood.
MNT wasn't invis. He just walked up to the thing.
He's just popped the invis.
Yep.
Okay.
So this time though, MNT's not having as crisp as a game, so he goes for the 2 in Shadow Walk for the Courier Sniping build. He's under a Sentry Ward though.
Yeah, and they should be able to get the trap in. Ooh, a little bit off the mark there with that Kinetic Fin and Glimpse placement. And they do have another Sentry though. But although the pounce misses MNT, I think he's going to live. Unless those axes touch him. Run, 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 little bounty.
Oh, Spartan even pings him.
Oh,
And he
there's
does the charge.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, that's got to be painful. Yeah, a little bit of a misplay there from the Disruptor. Again, I guess it's hard when you've got that one sentry down. You know, you have to glimpse him before he gets out of range of it, but at the same time, you have to be very careful with the setup of the kinetic field.
Yeah.
It's hard.
The Poshka, they've got eyes on him. That's a very tanky Ogre, though.
They actually have the damage to bring down there. But the Skylark chipping away at him and the Shadow where they should. But FN's going to find kills in return. Jumps in onto the Warlock. MNT very low. Will get himself out. FN's starting to stack up the Essence Shifts. And we'll get the glimpse here, bringing Skylark back. This time, King R is on point with it. Traps Skylark in the kinetic field. But Skylark with the Spike Carapace and the stun. They're going to play his way out of it. They'll try and close the gap here with the boosted movement speed from the Shadow Dance. Jumping up to the high ground, they get it. FN takes it. Now he's looking to see if he can get himself even more. Again, kinetic field from King R on point. One more touch onto Spartan. Would do it. They've got the vision. He tries to dodge it with the smoke. Isn't going to work. They'll take down the Warlock as well. King R may pay for this play though, as Thugs come in with a rotation. And indeed will make sure that they find Disruptor in turn.
So a bunch of kill trades going on right there.
Yeah.
The Ogre kind of tanked it, and he's like, all right, at least we're going to get a kill for a kill, and end up actually getting a couple from that chase up. But during all that, Thug actually finds a solo kill on Chappie.
Oh, damn.
With the Veil.
Oh, damn.
And during all that as well, Madara takes top tower, so...
Yeah, the Terrorblade
That's definitely a win
certainly
for
seems
Mouse.
to be the issue. Yeah, because we're seeing a lot of play from Empire around the mid lane and the bottom. Top lane, it's not really been looked at.
Yeah, he's free. Mag's getting some
free.
stuff, though, right? He's getting what? He's got Arcane Boots, I believe, Arcane and Raindrop, and he's got level 3 in power and 2 Shockwaves, so he's got RP as well. He wants to get involved, but it looks like he wants to go for more of like the, I'm going to boost my teammates build with the 2-3 build coming out from him.
And it certainly is, you know, I kind of talked this, you know, in games where you get late and you got a Magnus and the other team doesn't. It's a bit of a nightmare for the other team. This is certainly they certainly have the draft to do so. You know, if Empire can hold on and get to sort of that later stage of the game, you're having both a Slark and a Troll with Empower. Good luck trying to outcarry that as a Terrorblade.
Yeah.
It's going to get very hard.
That is very true. I'm wondering if we're going to see maybe Thug go for like back for the Midas maybe in a way, or if he just rushes the Blink Dagger just to cause pressure. It's like you know, it can work both ways. It just depends on how you play style around it. And he's got the Midas queued up, so I kind of thought he would do that, especially because they're playing with a solo core Terrorblade. If they had Skylark maybe on like a Beastmaster, you know, something like those things, where you can cause pressure and take objectives a lot easier, then we might see him go for the Blink for the pressure, but being able to just be that kind of farming thing, hit your level 25 faster, because you might get up to there. Yeah, scale a lot harder.
A lot of pressure on the shoulders of Madara to carry this on the TB. On yeah, as you mentioned, just running a puck, yeah, you really got that kind of true solo late game core. The Terrorblade.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Mouse with this rotation.
It's like a standard Mouse smoke, it seems. Spartan hits 6 on Warlock, they go to try to take a tower. Look for a kill and a tower at least. But at the same time too, it's Empire smoke. They're looking
Who's going to get the
Madara.
better angle? That's the question. Who gets the high ground positioning? M&T, he's got eyes on Ghost Stick.
They know. They know where they're going to be. Madara's joining his team. He's like, I am not safe in the jungle. Nobody's showing on the map. Skylark just took a tower by himself bottom as a Nyx assassin and no one responded. Something's going on in our jungle.
Yep, something fishy's going on. Mouse, they'll commit with the push down the middle. Empire doing a sweep of the jungle, taking what they can from the camps of Mouse. But yeah, Mouse is still finding something out at this time. The Empire off the map moving around. They'll bring the tier 1 down in the middle very low. And they'll be able to stand ground throughout the fortification. They actually move around from the back, drop the KD offering, and they find Ghosting. They get a kill, they get a tower, and Empire with their smoke, looks like they will find a tier 1 trade in return. And Mouse, I think they realize this, they continue to push down on the middle lane and will look to do as much as they can on this tier 2 as well with the Metamorphosis. So at the end of the day, it feels like Mouse is just finding a little bit more from this trade.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting a lot on this tier 2. They know that the mag is the only real wave clear, and now they're going to get Chappie as well.
Yeah, Chappie's gone. He gets taken down. This is a massively favorable trade here for Mouse, unless Empire could do something big with. But with 2 heroes down, Empire cannot really fight into this one. They've just got to let the tier 2 go. And yeah, pretty much just kind of going off the back of just Madara and the team realizing they were hunting for him, and they say, all right, quit farming, let's go for some objectives whilst Empire tried to hunt for you, and unsuccessfully.
Yeah, those, I mean, very good reads coming out from Mouse, just understanding. I mean, I think it was a little bit obvious just because they saw absolutely nobody bottom, you know?
Yes.
Nobody was even defending a tower versus a Nyx assassin, so they had a feeling that people were just in their jungle And especially when they come in on the mag and there's no TP reactions or anything, they're like, okay, they're definitely going to be sitting behind us. And then Empire gets forced into a weird kind of reactionary play. So Mouse gets some nice, deep, aggressive wards, but so does Empire. So that's the one kind of thing that they
Yeah,
get.
they sort of trade control of each other's jungle.
Spartan, well aware of that, though. Kills up the wards. MNT watching FN farm some stacks.
And of course the race of the offlaners to the Blink Dagger. Because of those objectives, Skylark, I believe, has pretty much got the money for it. Yeah, he's less than 100 gold away. As only about 500 still away for Ghost Stick, so he is close, but certainly, yeah, with those towers taken, we are going to see Skylark get the quicker timing. At this rate, for sure.
I mean, he's doing great.
Yeah.
Being able to climb a tower like that, he got some decent space in the offlane too. 60 CS on a Nyx Assassin at 14 minutes, that's very good.
Very, very good. Mid lane, he's on to Ghost Stick here. MNT, just keep tabs at the Magnus.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There we go. Force him back. There, yeah, of course.
Shadowblade's finished
Yeah,
up, they're on the prowl for Skylark.
It's hard for him to get a jump onto one of these. Both have ways they can react.
Dyer's middle
Indeed, he'll
tower
hold
is
off.
under attack.
Knows that he can't go for too risky of plays, and at the same time, as I was saying, with the kind of lineup they have, it doesn't feel like he really needs to go for sort of risky pickoffs. He is fine to just keep on farming with the Empower buff.
Yeah,
from Ghost Stick.
Double melee core and power, and I think like this was a little bit expected. To be honest, just when they picked the Slark up, they went for a more greedy type approach, going toward the later stages. So Mouse is definitely taking advantage of that very well.
Yep.
And now they're just gonna, Empire is gonna just be maximum efficiency at this point, and then when they have the Mag Blink Dagger, that's their go time. Disruptor now finally hit 6-2, so I think Mouse approached this very well in the way that they read how Empire wanted to play, and they responded good, blocking the pull, going towards the safe lane with 2 heroes over and over again. Fire, yep, they're just farming jungle. This is what they do, bloodlust and power.
Remember, is that the dual blinks? We have blink both on Thug and Skylark. So they've got the 2 blink daggers.
So their initiation and counter initiation is extremely good now too. Like even if Mag's able to find a jump, if Warlock's in the right spot, they can counter initiate.
Yeah, really big time for them to make a play. And they're just going to shove down the bottom lane, look to try and bait out a team fight.
Yep. Mag doesn't have Blink Dagger yet, and
He's
I think that
close.
MNT
Oh, he's
spotted.
so close.
Yeah, he's 50
He's
gold
so
off.
close, but he's not going to have it for this tower.
And now their map's gonna start getting like a bit restricted. Oh my god, I just looked at Mouse's jungle.
What's he got?
There's sentries everywhere from Spartan. He just really wanted to make sure they did not get map control in there.
Love it.
Mid lane. They get the track out. King R is looking a little in trouble here.
Yeah, with that jump forward from Skylark and the follow through from Thug, that's going to be a dead disruptor.
Track money. And this time MNT, okay, he's switching his mind, never mind.
Okay.
He had the mech queued up, switching now for the medallion into Solar Crest. I think this is the proper build versus a Troll Warlord Slark. When you're playing versus a Magnus lineup, getting an early Solar Crest can be very strong. The mech can also be very strong, but maybe he doesn't feel like that's his job this game. Maybe he'll get it afterwards or something. It's still a very good item here.
Yeah, and Chappie this game, FaZe, Vlads, Yasha, and straight for the BKB. No messing around. Pretty much engaging well, 3 of the big heroes' damage outputs.
Yeah.
Warlock, the Puck, and the Nyx Assassin, certainly going to be less of an issue.
Majority of Mouse's damage early on is quite magic oriented, and yep. Skylark reads the move. Looks like Ghost Stick's going in, looking for a play here. They catch Skylark.
Yep, they've certainly got the Nyx Assassin. Thug's out with a quick blink. And got the glimpse back there. Empire and Skylark will be the first to fall. Thug revealing his position, actually coming forward here. Okay, they're trying to play out the fight because they will drop the Golem. Look to focus down onto the Ogre with the track as well. They'll easily close in and bring him out. They're committing the ultimates here for one, and MNT is actually continuing to find more and more out of this. He's found the vision onto King R. Can they actually close the gap? That's the question, Thug.
Oh, right on the edge of it.
Tries to reach him with the Dream Coil. Yeah, not quite the range.
Just misses it. Yeah. Chappie during the split pushes the mid tower. So some trade-offs coming out there. Leading slightly for Empire. Getting that tier 1 mid.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely though in the gold department, still the edge here for Mouse. 6k gold lead for Mouse.
He is not afraid to drop the rock. Even last game we saw, like solo kills, he's just like, bam, get a kill, go for buildings, get a kill, go for objective. He actually takes a timer for the pause.
Oh, they're making sure they ain't getting too long pauses. I like that, Spartan, sticking to the rules. He's tapping
But
his,
the timer
tapping
doesn't
his
move.
clock.
The timer doesn't move on. Doesn't matter.
That is true. Spartan probably realizing this now. He's like, well, they didn't pause for any time at all. How are they ever going to get through their reserve time?
So, kind of like last game though, MNT, look at his net worth. He is rocking it.
He is. He's climbing his way up. He's on par with the offlaner, with Ghostic of Empire. So that's the first step. You know, the first stages of the MNT bounty. I mean, it's still yet to be seen if we actually see him ending a game at the top again. I just can't. That can't happen in a game.
No, not like this game.
Not in this game. There's no chance that he
Definitely
gets
not.
up there. I mean, the way...
Definitely not. And we say that, but this guy.
I mean, the reason he was able to do it last time, it was pretty much because he had that Dagon, and then at the
Yeah.
end he was getting the late game, he was getting every kill. So, maybe if he gets the Dagon, we'll see.
Yeah. So it appears that somebody has a keyboard. He just said
Yeah,
keyboard.
what's
But we're
up?
assuming keyboard, Flame.
Keyboard.
Keyboards are up.
Keyboard. What's up with the keyboard?
They're good.
We don't know.
He doesn't want to say what keyboard or anything. You know, he's
No.
got to take it easy.
Just keyboard.
Just keyboard.
Very simple. They will get some. I'm not showing the rule. We give them as much. We think they're trolling us, but they should be back in a bit.
Yep.
Empire.
Take a
But,
look. Skylark's going for Midas as well. So
Yeah.
they're trying to secure. You know, they know this game's gonna go late. Breaking high ground is a bit difficult unless they just get like an Aegis or something, and they're able to find a couple like snowball pickoffs.
Yep.
But it's a single core Terror Blade, so they want to have those type of scaling maneuvers to get their levels and farm. Spartan drawing some hearts on the map, loving his teammates. Those are some very well drawn hearts.
And I like this as well. You know, Thug Puck, goes for the Midas and straight into the Dagon.
Yep.
We are going to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, at home, of course, you can vote for the MVP. Oh, is this live results?
Is this live results?
I
huh?
guess they are live results. There we
Ah.
have. So Thug at the moment, at the top, understandably so as well. He is on his puck, and it's been very impressive so far. And
Madara as well. He's been hitting those creeps really well this game. You know, gotta give him that 24%.
I was going to say that's an interesting one. He hasn't really done too much apart from hit creeps, but if you like people hitting creeps and he is top of the net worth,
He's
then
got almost
give
11,
him your vote.
almost 11 CS a minute. So that's that. Okay, we'll give him that. That's
Skylark,
good.
though, 0%. Give some love for Skylark. Come on, this man got a great timing on the blink dagger.
Yeah, he actually is doing well. Dude, that's not cool.
Well, he did die a few times in lane.
But still,
He died a few times in
he
lane.
solo killed the tower.
He solo killed the
solo
tower.
pushed that
He
tower.
definitely deserves more than 0%. So put some love for hashtag Skylark or whatever it is in the chat.
At least 1%.
Yeah. And of course on Empire, I believe FM leading the way, which, okay, I can see that. You know, this Slark, he is having a great start for a Slark game.
He's 4-0.
He's 4-0. He played the lane very nicely down bottom. There was pressure being put on him, but he makes sure he doesn't die. We saw him being very reserved in his choices to go back to base. He was like, right, I'm on the third health. I'm not going to stick around, try, hope for that little bit of last XP to get him up to 6 at the time. He made the long walk back to base. So he's a sensible Slark player.
Yep.
Which is good to see, and the chat love it. Apparently Twitch chat are a bunch of Slark pickers. They're giving him their vote.
That's true.
They're giving him their vote.
They probably are.
They probably are. Who would I vote for, though? So far in this game, who do I feel is having the most impact? I don't know. I think maybe I would give it to Thug as well. I think just the fact that he has such a good lane and that he made that good rotation. He did just whiff a dream coil though. We could take
That might
points off
take
him for that.
that's like 5% on it.
Yeah,
I think
I'd
it's like MNT and Thug are pretty close. I think.
Missed
for me.
ultimate. Yeah. Okay.
I think
Yeah,
those two are
MNT.
pretty. Those two have had a pretty high impact in this one. And they're leading the game by about 6,000 net worth. And yeah,
And
I would say so.
I mean, for Empire as well, I'd probably say King R. Even though he did with that one combo down by he has set up a few good ones. Remember down bottom when they were chasing up towards the shrine? He with those fields.
You think King R? I think FN, right? FN's been doing great. His farm's
Okay,
been
you
good.
go with FN. Okay.
You gotta go with FN.
You go with FN. I mean, he has been farming very well. Considering the circumstances, I think that's definitely what you want to consider. I think at the end of the game, though, what am I predicting?
You're already
I'm
predicting MVP.
Yeah, for the end of the game, who's going to have that? I think I've got to go with the Magnus because I think at the end of the game, Empire are going to start doing some crazy stuff with the Empower. And I know all he's doing is pressing W and clicking on a hero. I think MVP will be the drafter, actually.
The drafter.
The drafter.
Okay, so my Poshka. Did
But
you
we'll
see that
see.
though? Chappie. Or
Wasn't it? Wasn't Chappie?
FN was the one who was playing Troll Aura the most, though. So
Oh, really?
they made the big switch. It must just be a Slark thing.
Yeah, it must be a Slark thing. I guess FN loves playing Slark. Maybe Chappie just...
He is a dirty Slark picker in pubs.
I was going to say, I swear FN is definitely a name I associate with playing Slark.
There we go. The percentage to change. There we go. Wait, Skylark is booming.
Damn! I mean, it must
Oh,
be pretty
God,
cool
what have we done?
reactions. We've skewed it. Oh my goodness.
I mean, he's getting love.
This is this is
oh
pretty
my God.
rigged.
Jesus,
We've rigged it,
45.
yeah, we rigged this pretty
All
hard.
right, guys, come on.
Oh man, come
Oh,
on.
you know what? That's okay. I love
This is like
Skylar.
some proper election stuff now. This is great.
I mean,
We can rig it.
Let's
Who-
take a look at it. Actually, look at this. They're
This
actually just
is
all of them-
not democracy.
They're literally just spamming Skylark now at this point.
This is dictatorship, and IOD Pixel are your dictator. You vote for who I tell you to. If I was on there, I would tell you to vote, but yeah, Skylark is... They're listening to us.
They're just still
I mean,
spamming
this is-
it. They're spamming
this-
it for like 2 minutes straight.
This is confirmation that we are being listened to.
So let's
You know.
switch it up now.
We know that there are people in the Twitch chat who aren't watching the stream muted, as a lot of the internet would like to have us know. Oh, you watch with the casters, I mute the stream. And I don't know what you listen to. I listen to some weird anime music. It's probably what happens.
I
you know?
cast my own games while watching.
Yeah, I cast my own games because I'm 3K MMR. Twitch chat.
But
No,
let's get
I'm joking Twitch chat. I know you guys are all 7K. At least.
Let's give some love to Spartan, though. Come on, look at these D
Let's give some
wards,
love to
guys.
Spartan.
He
Yeah.
put like 6 sentry wards in their jungle. He got both D wards. Come on.
Stop voting for Skylark. He's had enough. He's had his time. He's out of the office. We want to get Spartan. I mean, to be fair, out of all the members of Outfit, I'd love to see Spartan rule the country. It'd be great.
That sounds disastrous.
I mean, that country would crash, but there he is, the legend, Georgos Giannakopoulos.
Isn't it Georgios?
It
like
is
George.
if you're from the east of Greece.
Okay.
If you're
yeah.
using the Western Greece accent, it's a Georgos.
Wait, really?
No, I just made that up. It's almost certainly how you said it, yeah. I don't know. What was that noise?
That was me, sorry.
Oh, that was. But there we go. So put some love for Spartan.
Yeah.
Spartan shoot back up. Skylark, yeah. You guys reacted way too heavily to our Skylark. We're giving you suggestions. We're not telling you what to do, apart from the fact that we are literally telling you what to do.
I mean, they're still going.
Yeah,
But they're still
Skylark's still
going.
going.
There's a 2-minute delay, but they're not stopping.
Are they still Skylarking?
They were still
They're still on the
Skylarking for a
Skylark
bit.
train.
Now they're doing slacks.
Slacks. Well, Slacks isn't going to work, I'm afraid. If you're putting that in, it literally does nothing. So well done. Well done, Twitch chat. You've outdone yourself again, and you're wasting your time spamming something that isn't going to have any effect on what you're looking at.
All right, they're still going back to slack. They're back. This was from before, though. You know,
Oh,
2
there
minute
they go.
delay. Whatever. I don't want to look at that. You guys are.
They're
They're still going in. Whatever. All right, let's see. So you said the Dagon coming out for the puck. You know, that's good. Very good versus
it's gonna be
versus
nice.
Slark. Very good versus Troll.
Look,
Not
I
really.
can't still Skylark. I tell you, and also, I predicted Ghost Stick going to be the big
did
guy at the
predict
end.
Ghost Stick.
At the moment, Ghost Stick's on 0%. So if he makes it at the end, you got to remember the journey that boy went on from 0 to hero. But we'll see. He may have an awful game, miss all the RPs, and then it'll be GG well played. In fact, Madara just called
calls it.
GG well
It's
played.
over.
It's over. No, it's not. We'll let him off. But he did just put good game well played in the chat.
So something
Oh,
actually.
he wanted to cry, baby.
wanted to cry,
I
baby.
hate that, don't you? When you try and cry, baby, and you accidentally put the GG well played. You know.
I've actually done that in pubs, and I'm like,
Have you
oh my
done
god,
that?
I'm so sorry, and everyone's like, you piece of shit.
You apologizing calling GG well play in your pubs? Man, it must be a different world up there. in the
It was
higher
quiet.
MMR.
It was quiet. No
Everyone-
one was saying anything. Everyone was being really nice. You don't want to be rude when everybody's being respectful. And he's like, wow. It's
what
like,
kind of
wow,
pub
nice
was this?
play, nice play, you know. And you're like, wow, thanks. And then you
Nice
GG,
play?
and then you GG well played him.
I've
Dude, that's
never
rude.
heard those words.
What,
You
what
had
MMR is that one?
Nice play. Who says that in a pub game? Is this some kind of weird
It's
NA
very
pub?
rare. It's very rare.
This guy's 79%.
What have we done?
He
over.
is off the charts. Skylark. Wow.
So I want to
Oh,
quickly.
he's falling though.
He's
He is-
falling. Who's falling? Spartan.
The decline of Skylark's reign is coming upon us, and Spartan is starting to climb. Spartan is a hard one to put in because of the way he spells his name.
That's
You know,
true,
it isn't a hashtag Spartan, it's hashtag SSA.
Yeah, but they're
Spartan.
going in now.
Are they going in?
Yeah, they're going in now.
They're going in the SSA Spartan.
Wait, what if you? Can you just switch your vote? So if you vote Skylark and then you
I
put
think
Spartan,
it
it
just,
switches
yeah,
it.
every time you type something, it adds to it.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
Spartan's
So can we start
starting
skewing
to
it as well?
climb.
Let's go, Owen. Let's get in there.
Oh my goodness,
Let's
Greek,
get in there.
The Greek politics system here shifting from dictator to dictator. Skylark falls, Spartan.
All right.
I mean,
so
it's going to be a party, you know, a great party once Spartan wins.
I got one thing to say, though.
Everyone's invited. It's going to be huge. What we got?
just going back to some actual Dota really quick.
Actual Dota. You're
So
saying
we
this
saw-
isn't actual Dota?
No, I mean we're just we're talking about MVPs and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So Troll, I saw Troll earlier today. I believe it was.
He did. That's a bit harsh on Slacks. I mean. Hey.
I actually.
I'm
who
sorry,
was
Zach.
actually?
I'm sorry, Jake. That was really mean.
It was. I think.
I'm a
I
bully.
believe
I'm
it
a bully.
was.
Anyway,
You are a bully.
I'm a bully.
I believe Vega was playing
I'm a
it.
troll.
And they late game, He gets the magic resist talent, the 20% magic resist
Oh, we
talent.
saw. We
And he
saw a
had-
game. Was it Star Ladder? Who was playing it?
That was Vega. It was,
Vega?
Aloha Dance.
It was
playing
Aloha Dance.
And he was immortal.
He was
literally immortal because he
Was
had
it
the
4K HP?
Yep, 4K HP with
Yeah.
the plus 20 magic resist. I think that could actually, if they make it to that point, that could actually have a pretty big deal, especially if they're going daggers and stuff.
You take that every game, though. I mean, whirling axes.
It has permanent uptime though if you do get the whirling axis thing. So it's if you're playing versus like lots of physical damage, like all like physical damage.
Yeah, but you don't have permanent. You don't have that 20% magic resist.
if you're dead.
If you're dead, there's nothing permanent
This is true.
until rigor mortis kicks in. Apparently Steam is down, so I believe Gabe Newell at valvesupport.com if you would like to contact them and say, excuse me, Gabe, I was watching some DreamLeague and you messed it up. We are going to have a break. We're going to have a break. We're going to spare you, ladies and gentlemen, from listening to us ramble, as we may be down
God.
for a little bit. We'll play some amazing one of those videos where you see us anyway, so it will be like we're still with you. But we'll be back in 5 minutes, we predict, as we're having issues with Steam, and hopefully we'll be able to some more Dota 2 shortly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the panel here. DreamLeague Season 7, sponsored by Monster Energy. Having some issues with Steam. Looks like she's down, and not sure how long the delays are going to be. So we've got a special segment for you here. Moonduck fans from around the world will know exactly what is in store. All three of you.
Moonduck fans at my mother's house.
Dungeons and Duckers is going to be coming your way here. Now, for those of you not aware, this is the official logo of Dungeons and Duckers right here. This cute little guy. It's on the back of my phone. Yeah, let's get a little piece of that. Look at that cute little hippo with the wizard hat.
Wow.
All right.
So this is the Sir Action Slacks rendition.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me walk you through Duckers and Dragons.
Fogged, where you at?
Fog, get your ass over here. We need you. We need you.
Where's my boy
the
Giannis?
heaviest sigh I've
Look at
ever
him go.
seen.
He loves this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Duckers and Dragons. This is what it is. It's D&D, except I am your wizard, your DM. It's not like regular D&D. Anytime one of our magical people wants to make any decisions, I roll the D20 on my phone, tell them how it goes. If they roll a 10, whatever they wanted to do is exactly as they planned. If they roll a 20, it happens way crazier than they could have ever predicted, super positive. If they roll a 1, it's a critical failure. They lose. Every action that you do, you have to roll on. But first, the best part is creating our characters. Now, I, the DM, will not be participating. I'll simply be the storyteller. Zayori, why don't you going to use your old favor?
Yeah, what was my character's name? I can't even remember.
All I need is a race and a name. That's
Okay.
it.
I'm Winks the Gnome.
Winks the Gnome.
I don't want to play.
Fog, you will be Foggo, the weather wizard. You control the elements, but not very well. You can
Oh, that
only
sounds
make,
nutty.
instead of making thunderstorms, you just make fog. Instead of making snow, you just make it cold. You're a shitty weather wizard. Brax, any idea?
I'm just here. You guys have done this before. Give me
He needs a
This is my
character
character.
slider.
You shall be, what's Brax backwards?
Zob. Zob.
You shall be
Zarb.
Zob, the ogre knight.
Okay.
Cast away
Not bad.
from his royal ogre family, the sole survivor of a grand war of humans and ogres, you were captured as a young boy, brought into human society and raised by nobility. But you are one of the grandest fighters in all the
Jesus.
court.
Are you reading this off a screen?
No. And you, Owen, who will you be?
Oh no. Give me some. I don't know.
I think he was Ori, right? Is that the...
You will be Pixel, the tiny pixie.
Okay.
Pixel has very strong powers. He can talk to animals, and he has the magic ability to convert allies into enemies. That's it.
Okay.
He also flies, and he's only a foot
Tiny
tall.
pixel.
Okay.
All right, you are tiny Pixel.
What gender am I?
You're a Pixel. You could be whatever gender you want, buddy.
No, he's a pixie named
You're a
Pixel.
pixie named Pixel.
Okay.
I'm sorry, no one's a female. All right, Fogged, you're a girl.
I'm a girl.
You're
Foggo, the female
right.
weather wizard.
Foggaria, the shitty weather wizard. Are we ready to begin our adventure?
I think so.
Our story begins in the small town of Karglar. Times have passed in the town. What was once a magical kingdom, the magic has faded. Almost no magical beings exist left. However, there is one source, the circus that comes through once in a while with magical creatures. It is here at the town of Karglar that the circus has come in town, and our heroes are some of the best act. But something is not right at this town, and soon they will all find out. Take us away.
Okay, so where are we? Are we near the circus?
You are in the town of Karglar. The circus has just passed the mighty gate, and you have set up your tent.
Okay. Well, I want to pursue the circus. I want to go check it out.
You are the circus, you idiot.
Oh.
You're in the circus. You are the ringleader of this circus.
I'm the ringleader of the
yes,
circus?
of the freaks, the freak circus. What would you like to do in the tent? Talk to the circus people.
Hello, circus friends.
Hello.
Wow.
Hello.
All right, so I think we should probably go check out what's going on in Karglar. We've got some fine wares. I know Foggaria has that fine golden medallion, and I think we may be able to barter that for a fair penny.
Foggaria pulls out the skull of his wife, who used to be a man, but they swapped genders, and the
How?
process killed her and turned her into a tiny
How
skull.
did they swap genders?
Listen, that's for me to know. I'm not
It's
the-
Karglar
Are you
magic.
watching?
It's
I mean,
magic.
it's magic.
All right, anyway. So, the night begins to fall, and the audience begins to collect outside of the tent of the freaks and misfits now in the circus of Karglar. It is up to them to decide to open the show and what they wish to do.
Okay.
Get handled.
So we'll need Foggaria to do some smoke. I think we're going to need, what do we think? This ogre, right? He's going to be the star of the show.
Zob, the star of the show. His voice is not the same as what you would appear.
It's a young ogre.
Do we
Cursed
need
by-
fog?
Yes.
Zarb.
Wait for it. The fog. The fog begins the magic as a shitty amount of
You said shitty, right?
shitty fog does roll out. The crowd entering is not that impressed, but they are intrigued as Pixel makes his way to the center of the round top. Go ahead, Pixel.
What do I do?
Whatever you
It's
want.
up to you.
Sky's the limit.
I sit in the middle of the ring and start to chop my leg off with a hacksaw.
All right, Pixel picks up a hacksaw and begins to cut vigorously. The crowd gasps in amusement. How could this possibly happen, they say. There is no blood, however. Only magical dust appears in the air.
Okay. I begin setting up the cannon, which I will fire my small gnomish body out of as soon as Pixel is done cutting off his leg to impress the audience.
And that's going to be our first roll. All right, so
goody.
go ahead and hit the D20 for me and read out what we have there.
There, the D20. 12.
12, fantastic. You climb into the cannon and aim it at the big top towards the trampoline. With a mighty boom, the cannon shoots you out, and you land there, doing a nice little somersault at the end. What's your name again? Axe?
Zob.
Zob?
Zarb.
Zob catches you in his one hand and lifts you high in the air. It's your turn, Zob.
Zarb is not very intelligent.
Okay.
He actually doesn't know why he's at the circus.
Okay.
But Zarb sees that Pixel here cut off his own leg, and Zarb tries to screw it back on.
Okay. I'm going to need you to hit the 20 right there. There we go. You can do it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Ooh, that is a 3.
Oh!
Zarb grabs Pixel with his mighty hands, underestimating his own weight. And as he tries to jam the foot back into Pixel, it actually is incorrectly put up his pixie nether reaches. Pixel, it is your turn.
What gender am I?
That doesn't matter at this point.
You're like Puck. You
You're
know,
like Puck.
It's a big question mark down there.
There's a foot up your ass right now. Pixel.
I lift my other leg up and start to hop around on the leg that's been shoved up my backside.
The crowd in utter disgust at the thing that they have seen begins to scream out loud. Fogged, it is your turn.
Oh, I try to cast some smoke and cover it all up. We gotta hide it. We gotta hide Owen.
All right,
Oh,
I'll roll
Pixel,
for
tiny
you.
Pixel.
I'll roll for you. That was an 8. Fogg lifts his hands mightily in the air to cover up this horrible illusion.
Bulgaria.
Foggaria. The smoke covers up nothing. In fact, it only highlights through the bounce of the light onto the horrifying scene as the audience begins to leave, disgusted. It is the ringmaster's turn.
So I will try to. Let's see. I searched through my the bottomless bag and
Yeah,
see
sure.
if we have any sort of knickknacks or treasures that we could perhaps bribe the audience with to keep them from expiring.
All right, as Winks enters the center of the big top, he raises his arms, looking out in the crowd. Do not leave, he says, as he reaches into the bag and pulls out a 20. Pulls out a beautiful woman. Bulgaria's wife, who has been lost for some time. Out
I
from the
thought she was
bag,
dead.
she addresses. It is an apparition of her.
Oh.
Yes, he pulls out her very soul, which was somehow hidden in Winks' bag.
I was thinking more like gold pieces to keep them from leaving, but
Doesn't matter.
a soul works as well.
matter.
That's great.
And Bulgaria beckons the people back. They'll only stay for one more fantastic thing that you could do. It is your turn. Axper.
Zarb.
Zarb.
Zarb forgot he was part of the show. Zarb was actually in the audience when, what's her name again?
Winks.
When Winks pulled out Bulgaria's wife.
Okay.
And Zarb got extremely excited. Both of his heads were going pretty crazy right now. They were going nuts. He was real excited for this, but
Thank you.
thank God for the fog, you know, highlighting Pixel's unfortunate situation here.
Yes.
And that calmed him down.
Okay.
He came back to reality, and he decided that he wanted to be part of the show. So he jumped into the cannonball. He wanted to shoot himself out.
Okay, well, I'll roll for you. That's a 13.
Wow.
Climbing into the cannon, for whatever reason, he launches himself through the circus. Normally, this would destroy the entire circus because he's a gigantic monster. However, he does so perfectly, blocking the exit doors. Now everyone is trapped within. But suddenly, the ground begins to shake and tremor. There has been a lot of magic in this room, more magic than has ever been seen in Karglar for the last 1,000 years. And a rumbling from underneath the ground begins to erupt. Cracks open beneath your feet as the people scream, trying to claw their way out of the tent. But the big fat ogre blocks their path. You all have one more turn before the cataclysm.
I fish through the bag and try to pull out my Harry Potter replica wand so that I can control the demons about to spawn.
What? Reach in the bag. It's a 10. You do that. All right. Pixel, it is your turn.
What are we doing?
That's up to you, Pixel.
Decide.
Did the game start yet? Game start yet?
The cataclysm is coming.
Remove the leg from myself and start hitting the crowd with it.
Okay, I'll roll on that. That is a 2. As you attempt to remove the leg from yourself, you fall over, simply putting it deeper within. As you claw for audience members running around, they run over you, crushing your tiny pixel hands. Bulgaria.
Well, I have to try to help Pixel,
Sure.
so I want to cauterize the wound.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm going to cauterize the wound.
It's an arm up his butt. I'm not
Yes.
sure. Okay.
It's okay.
I will roll on that. That is a 10.
Okay.
You do that.
Okay. Cool. You're okay now.
The wound has been cauterized. His leg no longer bleeds fairy pixie dust, and the foot is still firm. Last one.
Zarb gets jealous of Pixel's situation. He kind of wants to have one leg as well,
Please don't.
and one head as well.
Okay.
So he cuts himself off.
I'll roll that for you. That is a 9. You as Zarg picks up the hacksaw and begins to furiously cut at his own neck, removing his second head. He does so. However, the loss of confusion from that head, which gave him half of his intelligence, is now gone, and he has forgotten where his legs are or how to operate a saw. You have the capacity of a newborn child. Great job. The cataclysm begins. The cracks from the earth start to break open, and a lone shadowed figure rises from the center of the big top. He raises his arms and starts to zap audience members, turning them into but ashen. He looks at you and he says the following. It is I! Whipples! The mad wizard! Sealed away for 1,000 years upon this very spot I've been waiting to soak up the magic lost in my kingdom. And now I found it in you. Bring me your souls. You're up.
Bring me your souls. That's what he said?
That's what he said. He's a magical wizard. Quimples.
What?
Is this nothing? What?
Why couldn't he just take our souls? How do we offer our souls? I asked him how we offer our souls.
How do you just get over here into an easily shootable position so I can, kill your ass? Just get over here.
What was he going to shoot us with?
Single file, please.
I want to try to use my wand to summon a golem and sacrifice the golem instead.
Okay, you roll an 18. You summon a golem. It is Falgaria's wife. The ground, the soul goes into the rock golem. Falgaria, your wife is now inside of the rock golem working for Winks. It is your turn, Falgaria.
Can I like get Steam to go up?
I mean, you can try.
Steam go online?
I will
All right,
roll.
Steam. I try to get Steam to go online.
Falgaria reaches through the interdimensional powers at his disposal to attempt to rise the Steam online. And that is a 2.
No!
No. Steam is still not online. Falgaria. His wife is still a golem. Pixel, you're up.
I leave the circus. I just walk out. I will go out the back entrance.
Okay.
I'll roll that out.
I don't want to. I want to go on a
Isn't he
different
missing
adventure.
some legs though? Is he able to walk?
He's fine. He's a
I've
pixie.
got wings. I'm a
cauterized.
pixie.
Ah, yes, it's cauterized.
You
now.
roll a 5.
Oh.
As you stumble, floating in the air like a dying bee, you float around. You don't make it very far. In fact, many people hit you as you fly around. Yeah, so you're still in bad shape. All right, you're up, Mr. Ogre.
All right, Zarb attempts to end the madness, but of course he only has one head. He's lost half his intelligence. So he emails Mark Merrill at Riot Games instead of our beloved Gabe Newell to please bring back Steam.
I'll roll on that one. That's a 15.
Hey!
Using your magical abilities of the internet, you take out your phone and send a quick email to the leader of Riot Games. Like all Riot Game emails, it is immediately deleted upon receiving. Sorry.
What was the name of the? I've never heard that name.
Mark Merrill.
Is that
It's
who's
the
that?
CEO of Riot.
All right, great.
Ah,
So,
there we go. It's not as good a name as Gabe Newell. is it?
No.
That's like the name of some kid that was never like the most
he's
popular
got some
at school.
cheesy handle. What is it? Trendemir or some shit? Gaben.
trying to finish this match.
Gabe doesn't need a handle.
Trying
Exactly.
to
Does
finish
Gabe
this.
have a
Gabe,
name
yeah.
online?
Continue.
His
Are we
name
done?
is what was
I hope
Gabe's
so.
name?
Are we done?
What's Gabe's name on Xbox
Steam up?
Live?
Gaben.
Is it Mother
We
Hunter
did-
69 or so? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Did Mark bring back Steam?
Is
It was a
Steam back?
15, right?
Hey,
You don't
No.
think bring back?
No.
No, your
No?
email just
Oh,
got
he
deleted.
just
He
got
deleted the
deleted.
email.
Oh.
But
Okay.
it did make it through the firewall. It was physically deleted by an employee. Congratulations. Okay. Anyway, back to me. Trying to run, are you? As he raises one of his hand and points it right at Pixel. A large amount of lightning begins to form as he's going to kill Pixel and harvest his soul. You're good to go. You do have a golem with Fog's wife inside of it.
Yes,
Give it
I
back.
beckon the golem to get in the way to try to absorb the blow. You know, so we sacrifice the golem instead of Pixel.
All right, well, Fog's wife die again. That is a 17.
This has been quite the tragic tale for Bulgaria.
Bulgaria's twice dead wife and golem form jumps in front of the shot aimed at Pixel. The shot does a decent amount of damage and explodes the golem. You can hear Falgaria's wife screaming out his name as she dies yet again, the third time in their life. All right, it's your turn, Mr. Ogre.
All right, so Zarb has no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
All he knows that Falgaria's been making a lot of appearances lately. He's not the smartest dude.
sure.
So he attempts to woo Falgaria.
Falgaria, your companion, you attempt to woo Falgaria. Okay, that is a
Isn't
8.
that me? That's not my wife.
That's you.
Oh God. Help me.
The large ogre approaches Falgaria. She lays on the ground very sensually as he comes over. He tries to talk to her in her native tongue, and he's not very successful. He doesn't speak whatever wizard language she does. However, he can tell his intentions. Falgaria, it's your turn.
I try to summon a lightning bolt to hit me and kill me.
That's a 16.
Is it succeed?
Falgaria tries to summon a lightning bolt. However, we remember that he's a very shitty wizard, so it's simply static electricity, which raises his hairs. The ogre, traditionally that means that it's
not
excitement
working.
to raise the
The head
hairs.
has ruined it.
So Falgaria simply looks aroused by this, and yeah, it doesn't work out too great. But the lightning was summoned. It was a powerful lightning for
Nice.
Falgaria.
I did
It is your
something.
turn, Mr. Pixie.
I take my dismembered leg and see that these two are having a bit of fun, and I go over and start to squirt the juices from my leg all over in a ceremonial act of loving.
What in the name of God? That's a 19. You do that. The aroma from your pixie blood heightens the senses in the area. Everyone is feeling very happy despite the circumstance. Even the audience lets out a, "Aw."
So there is still an audience, though.
They are trying to
They're
claw
trapped.
through the tent to escape, but everyone looked around and saw that and gave a quick aw, and then they quickly went back to clawing for their lives. Back to my boy in the center.
Okay, is there...
I don't know what you idiots are doing, but this is hardly a time for an ogre and wizard wedding. Give me your souls, or I'll just keep killing innocents. And with one wave of his hand, half the auditorium disappears into a flash of ash as he grows ever stronger, the aura around him expanding. You don't have much time, only one more turn before you're all dead.
I want to cast some kind of fire spell and burn the tent down so everybody can just run and get the hell out of there.
Okay, you rolled a 13. With a wave of your mighty little goblin hand, you shoot the side of the wall, burning it down. People are being, parts of the wall are falling on people and they're screaming, but the hole has been made. There might be an exit if you can hurry, but it's not very big. It is the ogre's turn.
Zarb's afraid of fire, so he's really not sure where to go. He just sits there and blocks the exit.
Okay, Zarb rolls a 7. You rush towards the exit of the fire, trying to put it out to save everyone, but you trip a little bit, rolling on top of Falgaria as you both are in arms, the heating of the tent around you. The fire spreads. It is Falgaria's turn, pinned under the ogre.
I accept my fate.
Let's roll that one out. That's a 5.
Oh God, not again!
As Falgaria lays there,
Damn it.
wishing for death, the sadness erupts something that she's never felt before. A coldness in her heart. Suddenly, the entire place starts to cool down. Snow appears, cooling the sides of the tent and helping the hole grow. It is now big enough to fit everyone out. It is Pixel's turn. You don't have much time, though.
I
did it.
pull out the Sands of Time dagger from my back pocket and try and reverse the entire situation back to the beginning.
This is a big roll. This is a big roll. This is reversing the entire
go back to the
situation
beginning.
with the dagger of the Sands of Time.
Sands
Ladies
of
and
Time.
gentlemen, the roll is 19! 19!
Oh, no.
Pulling
Got
out Pixie's dagger. He thrusts it into the ground. The tent begins to rebuild. The audience returns. And suddenly, in a bright flash, the crew arrives at the tented city of Karglar, getting ready to set up for their adventure for the day. The people have not yet entered the tent as everyone walks to the center. The ground is normal. Everything is fine. Begin your adventure.
Have we gone far enough back in time that steam has been restored?
Would you like to roll on that?
I suppose so. That's...
Is Steam really I'm going to go.
I'm gonna check this out. Let's go.
I'm checking it out.
All right. And thus the adventure ends for now. Karglar is safe. But for how long? Our trio and whatever of heroes returns to their steadfast journey. For this is simply Chapter 1 and an epic as we wait for Steam return. Thank you.
And your life's escaping your mind.
My gratitude.
Oh, okay, welcome back. But we just got word that the game might actually be starting. We were about to take some Twitter questions, but alas,
She's down again, so
She's
we
down
will be
again.
taking those Twitter
Looks like
questions.
we will be taking some Twitter questions after all. Remember, folks, you can tweet questions at us with hashtag DHDreamLeague or at DreamHackDota. And, well, if we have some more downtime with Steam, we will be taking those. But it seems like Steam is actually leveled out a little bit, so hopefully we will have some Dota. There it is.
Hello.
Hello. Yes,
Hello.
ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Sorry for the delay.
Hello. Hello. There we go.
Yeah, send.
Now
It's just foul things. You know, sometimes has a bit of downtime. It's probably maybe they were fixing the Wyvern Winter's Curse bug. You never know.
It's been around since 2015, so unlikely.
Well, that's about the normal time it takes to fix something at Valve. And they've got it. They've got it done.
Anyway,
Well, we're back in.
What was going on again?
I can't remember what's going on. We were talking about MVPs.
Nyx almost has a Midas,
Yep.
I believe. Slark almost has Echo Saber, I think, something like that. Yeah, he almost has Echo Saber.
He's going to go his Echo. It was, yeah, we were talking about MVPs. It was going pretty even. You know, Madara's getting good farm. They've got this lead at the moment on Mouse, but it's just a question of how well they can utilize it before the kind of the tri-core melee Empower boys come online for Empire.
Yeah, it looks like Empire wants to make a move now. No.
Yeah.
I need a second to get back into this.
It was the Blink Daggers
The
as
Blink
well.
Dagger
We
on
just had
Mag.
Blink on Mag.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Mouse running around as a unit already.
Yeah, we'll see if they can make anything big out of this.
FN on the prowl, looking for MNT.
MNT actually, yeah, in and out of the range of the sentry, so FN can't really commit for that.
Now they know where one of them is, and there actually happens to be an Obs Ward on top of that one, so if they do deward that, they will get a little bit of bonus.
A bit of a whiff, and there's the Obs at least being dropped down. MNT drops the sentry. Oh, it's a little out of range, though, actually. He puts it right in the river, so is not going to catch the two that have vision upon him. Off the back of that, Empire will now look to reinitiate with the smoke. Let's see if they can get anything big.
Can anyone tank the gank? Let's see. MNT walking. He's looking. Gonna reveal him with Pushka, so he knows the smoke was kind of going out. Throws a track. Dust comes out, and
he's going to clip him, is it? Yeah, he's just out of range of it.
So that's lovely. And they just saw FN. They just saw FN walk through the mid lane too. And Empire just makes their move into the Roche pit. All right.
Here we go. We're watching Ghost Stick is looking for the chance to get an RP, but he's going to hold off for now. This is going to look to try and beat, and there he goes. He jumps in, just looks for the solo RP on the TB, but Madara
gets the Sunder.
Gets the Sunder just in time onto Chappie, but it may not matter because Chappie still continues to man up, or at least try to, and it's not enough damage that Chappie can deal. So at the end of the day, it's Empire losing 3. They're going to lose 4 as well. And now Sunder there from Madara, lucky to get it off and have the chance between the bashes at literally the last moment as he was falling pretty fast after he got RP'd. And at the end of the day, just an absolute massive disaster there for Empire, trying to make something big happen with the Blink RP initiation, but they couldn't find it. Single target, and that target stays alive, and they end up turning around and killing them all.
Yeah, 3 track kills.
Yeah.
Thug went for focusing onto the Disruptor, so Disruptor got like, he just kind of like panicked through his ulti onto MNT, so they didn't really have like a big wombo combo type of thing with the Magnus ult with the RP, but yeah, that was a very good Sunder coming out from Dar. He got kind of lucky though. He was very low. He almost actually got brought down. But
What
does
does that mean?
Cooldown pauses in lobby.
Pauses in lobby. Yeah, I mean, MNT's right to be afraid to reconnect. Actually, no, he should be fine now, actually, because just on my screen here, I was checking it on the
Steam
thing.
looks up now,
Coordinate looks like
but
it's
people
fine
are
now.
lagging though.
Yeah, it is not, because at the moment Steam is fine. So they should be okay to try and go for a reconnect.
All right, he's going for it.
He's going for it.
But yeah, great fight coming out from Mouse. Again, the like, four-man rock into upheaval. Just doing the damage. I believe he also got the reflection on like 3 heroes or 4 heroes, so he was actually like slowing them down and holding them back a bit.
Wait.
So, all right.
Oh.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're going to give it another attempt. Looks like they're in a bit of lag, but hopefully that's got, I mean, maybe just down to the systems all coming back online.
That was a big win for Mouse, though. That fight
absolutely.
was absolutely massive.
What a win. What a win there. 4 heroes in a row, champ.
I think that was without Dream Coil, too, I want to say. Unless he had like an arcane rune or something, because it was...
yeah, definitely. I can't even with an arcane rune, I think.
It was up, it would have been up. Yeah, I think he just went in the back and he blew up the Disruptor right away. But yeah, 4 heroes being claimed. I think, what, FN was the only one who survived, being that very elusive hero that Slark is.
Yeah, they need to try for something again, but of course they've got to wait for that RP to come back online. And it's, what, just, was it a level 2 RP? What level's the mag? It was a level 2. Oh, okay. No, it doesn't matter anymore, does it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it never mattered, did it? Or did it? No, it did used
It
to
got
have.
changed.
It did used to have separate cooldowns, didn't it? It was what 100. I can't remember, but it
They made
went
it
down
longer.
every 10
yeah,
seconds.
it used to be like
Yeah.
120, 110, 100,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it was even less than that before for a time. It was like down to 80 seconds or something for some time,
Oh,
and that's when it got changed like twice now. So
Yeah.
he has been hit by some nerfs, but
Still the hero that certain teams just seems super confident in playing with.
yeah. Now Thug, Dagon 2 finished up. He didn't even have the Dagon 1, I don't believe, during that fight. MNT's about to have the Solar Crest finished up, which is going to help a lot to be throwing it on that Terrorblade versus the Troll Warlord. Won't let them be able to focus target as hard. And yeah, the Midas was finished up for the Nyx Assassin during that fight as well. So
Okay.
Mouse is getting all the tools that they need in order to take fights and also to scale into the later stages of the game. And they're looking to siege. Metamorphosis is up. Every ultimate is about to be online as well. Golem has about 20 seconds. It's go time.
No, I like it. Let's see what they can do with this here.
Dire's
Pushing up on top. Will we see any sort of response from Empire? At the moment, they've got 3 out, down on the bottom lane, pushing onto that tier 1. And for the time being, at least, they're not going to back up for this one. They're going to let Mouse take this one for free. And without the Metamorphosis commitment as well. So that's great news for Mouse. Getting a tower, not having to use the Metamorphosis, and you're now in a position where you could try and go for more. But it is hard, because Empire do have RP back online. So you've got to be careful.
FN does not have his BKB yet, though. He's still a bit off of him. So this is pretty hard for them to fight into it.
Yeah.
There's so much different amounts of spell damage and nuke that this 1400 HP Slark running into this can actually just get blown up. Spartan completely in the back lines. They do get the RP right away.
Yeah, they've managed to get one. We're going to see the Nyx try and come in response. Trapped in the middle of the static storm. He's going to be out and down, but he has the Aegis. He's going to be ready for round 2. Chappie, though, manning up with the BKB, making a beeline for MNT, but he's out there with the Invis. Madara now pops his own BKB, trying to get back with the retreat, and there's Thug jumping in with the burst. As soon as the BKB's gone on Chappie, Thug just zaps him down with the Dagon. They do lose Skylark in return on the side of Mouse. So Empire, at the end of the day, they are holding. We'll see if Mouse can go back in on this one. You're going to see the jump forward from Thug, bringing that Slark down very low. In fact, FN taking a bouncing shuriken to the face as well. Does have to back up and heal.
You can see what they wanted to go for their Empire, though. They saw Madara pop meta, so right away you RP him, you kill him, get meta out of the picture. Even though that they do lose the Troll because the BKB goes down, as you mentioned, he gets bursted, they at least stop the defense.
Yeah,
they stop the push.
They're stalling the push, and as we said, that's only going to be a good thing for a lineup like Empire's.
Yeah, Tower got down to a third HP about, so still damage was done. The next time around, if I believe that was that glyph used as well? It was not, so they actually did not use glyph.
Okay, there.
So next time they do a glyph for the push. Yep. But now the bigger problems is that, you know, once the BKB start running lower on the Troll, that's where it becomes very scary for him, because Puck is going to get closer and closer to that Dagon 5. I'm assuming we're going to see maybe another one coming out. No, okay. We have Nyx going for a Vlad's, and we have MNT going for Yule Scepter. So they're trying to stop that kind of initiation. Like having a Yule's on those type of heroes versus a Mag, if you get vision of him even for a second, he blinks in, you Yule's him right away, you stop the full initiation.
And it really is.
More lag and packet loss.
It's all about that BKB.
Yeah.
Because we saw, as you said, when it gets lower, it's going to be nightmare. We saw then, when it's still at pretty high charges, as soon as it's gone, Thug's in there. Immediately perfectly times it, and bam, zaps him down.
And with the track vision, you know, they always be able to, you know, see where he is. And with the Golem, you know, Spartan is not afraid to throw it down just for even vision and just for an attempt at trying to defend somebody. Lots of crybabies coming out from Thug.
Lots of crybabies.
People are still lagging.
Yeah, it must be something up with the servers, you know, coming back online one by one.
If everyone's lagging, it's even, right?
It's true. Balance in all things. Even in the ping.
FN now does have BKB, so he's actually able to like commit into the fights and maybe even go for those type of backline pickoffs. He might be able to try to actually find Spartan for some of those situations as they initiate. He can go and initiate as well.
Yeah,
Thug
it's
being spotted out here. Blink away.
Yeah, Empire really need to abuse these BKBs because it is such a power spike against Mouse's lineup. It really is. If they can take the fights that they want, they can certainly find themselves in a good position to start to push these lanes back up towards the base of Mouse. As in this game, still 26 minutes in, Mouse holding the very confident lead with the amount of farm that Madara and Thug have amassed. And just the fact that, yeah, the supports of Empire looking pretty poor.
Yeah.
It's been very hard for the Disruption and the Ogre to keep up in a game like this.
And they actually, they have absolutely nothing. They have brown boots and, I mean, Disrupt doesn't earn, I guess, at least. But they are extremely naked, for sure. And the problem with that is also that, you know, this puck is nearing that level 25, so he's going to be able to get that
Oh, is it?
420. I mean, he's level 18
Oh, he's level,
already.
okay.
Yeah,
There's
but,
still
like,
a bit of
he's still got time, but he's getting
making
levels
a good-
very quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
And they at least have like the experience talent as well on both of the supports on Mouse. So the supports not only are getting items on the side of Mouse, they're also getting levels every time those fights kind of go on for them.
It'll always be nice to see that level 20 come out and the old Warlock. That extra little golem
Yeah,
to pop out certainly could make the difference.
they know something's up. Scouting behind themselves, both Thug and Skylark. MNT breaks the smoke.
Yeah, they know they're around, but look at Mouse. They are grouped up. They're sort of ready to go here. They'll get the track out. There's the jump forward from Thuggy. Yes, the Dream Coil onto 2. Immediate reaction though from King Archer. The static still, but again, there's Spartan gets the 3-man golem down. But Mouse, they've lost 2. It's the side of Empire, and just as expected, you know, FM pops the BKB. Certainly nothing can be done about these cores. Thug will jump back in, but he can't do anything about this. Madara will sunder the Ogre, trying to keep himself alive. Tries to turn, but at this stage, FM, he's got to have a fair few essence shift stacks up there. I think the Agi was starting to get pretty high on the Slark. Yeah, 22.
22, yeah.
And then that's what you know, we saw that he has the magic immunity for the BKB, and he has the armor from the Agi stacks. Certainly very little as well that the TB can do about man fighting up against him. And off the back of a fight like that, you're going to lose towers. Yeah, you've got a Basher coming out for the Slark, and that's the sort of fight that I would kind of expect from this lineup of Empire at this stage. And I feel like that's the sort of fight that we're going to start to see more of with these BKBs.
Did he even? I don't even think he hit anybody with the RP. Did he? I think he like whipped it, right?
I think he did. I didn't see it as the big up. The biggest ult was certainly Spartans with the chaotic offering, but they just didn't have enough damage to follow up after the BKBs came through to finish anyone off.
As soon as the BKBs come out, it's Thug jumped into the back trying to kill the disruptor off instantly, but having these 2 big cores with both Bloodlust and Empower.
Yeah.
And them able to just kind of run at the Tower Blade. And Nick's Assassin dying almost instantly in the fight. Same thing with MNT. They don't really have anything to kind of peel away. They don't have that save, as we kind of mentioned. They just have like a small duration stun from the Warlock. So that is definitely problematic.
Yeah, and a fight like that, bam. You know, both FN and Chappie, 15k, reaching the same pace of the puck. One more fight like that, they'll be ahead of the Terrorblade. And with the Empower, they're only going to continue to I really feel that these 2 cores are just going to continue to move at a much faster pace than the 2 that Mouse have, unless Mouse can find some more phenomenal fights. But here's FN getting himself a freebie.
Monster kill already. And they actually picked up a gem, I believe, before that fight even happened too, so they are claiming a lot of map control.
I think you've got to really go back and sit in the base. You cannot come out of the map whilst this Slark's walking around with 27 essence shift stacked. Anyone he finds, he's just going to be able to rip to pieces, and he's on the hunt. He will lose the Empower buff, so that's at least something, but still, yeah, with those... And finally, the essence shift stats do go away.
Definitely starting to look a little problematic for Mouse whenever those BKBs are up. You know, it's just... They can't get the lockdown on them, they just like walk through. So maybe we'll see Thug kind of go for maybe like an Aghanim Scepter instead of finishing the Dagon 5. And I click on him and he actually queues up the Aghanim Scepter right away to kind of be able to do that. So I think that's the best step.
They really need something to go for those BKBs. I mean, they just don't have any sort of... Oh, well, a little bit of a tickle onto Madara.
Just a touch.
To be careful, knows that he can't really commit too hard as the rest of his team aren't there. In fact, he knows that he may have screwed up here. He has to pop the BKB for that. Yeah, FN just has to get himself out. Yeah. So that's a plus for Mouse. You know, force the BKB out of the Slark. They've got this kind of minute or so window to see if they can do something without FN having the BKB. And of course, that's going to be causing him to be a lot more cautious about committing to the fights. But fortunately enough, really, for Empire, the minute that BKB's down is a minute until the Roshan's there. So when Roshan's back up, FN is going to have the BKB again.
Yeah, and they're going to catch up. They're almost there. Troll's about to be the same as the Terrorblade. Slark as well.
Yeah, that is certainly the problem for Mouse. Keeping up with this pace that the Empire are going to be able to start to kick off once they reach the same level of it.
And it's those two big heavy BKB cores just running onto Madara, and you know, Puck is actually pretty susceptible. He's not really like one of those like super skilled players. Dog actually, is he gonna get brought down alone right now by FN? He is.
Oh yeah, Spartan actually drops the golem trying to save him, and that's going to be a Puck down and a chaotic offering down. I don't know, man. This is. I feel like this game is going to get so hard for mousesports.
Yeah.
They've got to just play perfectly. Madara has to keep farming at the rate. He needs to step it up somehow. And, you know, as this Terrorblade, he's already at an incredible pace. It's just the fact that can he out-farm a Slark control with Empower and, you know, superior control of the map now at this stage. And I'm really searching for a positive answer for him.
Yeah, it's I was looking at like the Aghanim Scepter for the puck, but that's even that's even like quite a distance away. I was thinking about I was thinking about maybe like Ethereal Blade for him so that he can like just throw it on the Terror Blade even so those two can't focus him just because this there's not really a lot of magic damage coming out from Empire, but now Empire's going to have Cheese and Aegis, and this is going to be them just kind of running at Mouse. This is a big turnaround as soon as those BKBs came out. Power Bloodlust. They don't even need to catch that many spells. Hit anybody with them. They just got to run at that Terror Blade and
Chappie takes both as well. He says, I love the Aegis, I love the Cheese. FN, of course, feeling much more confident in keeping himself alive, being the Slark. A lot of other ways he can play himself around.
Yeah, is that Abyssal Blade? Yeah, that's Abyssal Blade.
He's got it done, hasn't he? Oh no, he's
50 gold.
Yeah, he's got the gold now.
Yep,
there we go. Job done. 32 minutes in.
And he's hunting. He is on the prowl right away.
I mean, if he finds Thug, Thug's dead. He should kill him with the Abyssal Blade. He might need a bash on top of it, to be fair.
He is empowered, though.
And he does still have 10 Essence Shift stacks, so I think he can just go for it. Okay. He could definitely, if he gets that Abyssal down on Thug, Thug's gone.
With the Shadow Blade bonus damage, yeah, more than likely. We'll see. He's going to go for it. With the troll as well. Let's see,
he needs a bash. He needs a bash.
And
there's the bash. Just needed one. That's all he needed. Now look how all he gets, and it will be enough.
Ooh. Look at the amount of gold that Thug gives him, too.
Yeah, I mean, Thug was having such a good opening to this game. They need the perfect team fight. I mean, I feel the problem is because of the real strength of these BKBs is where's the sort of instant stun or initiation from mousesports that stops you from being able to get the BKB off? It's just not there. Unless Skylark's able to perform a miraculous blink impale. I mean, Chaotic Offering stun, that is not going to be enough to stop them from getting the BKBs off after it.
No, definitely not. Glimpse coming out.
Yeah, forces the TP to pop his BKB. He cannot be glimpsed away from this. If you get the opening onto Chappie, but Chappie just manning up. He's got the Aegis, he's got the Cheese, and he'll just stand his ground, take down the tier 3.
The upheaval is going to hurt, though. He does have BKB available, though.
Yeah, we'll see how he wants to commit. There's the first stun, and with the illusion starting to bring down a little bit, FN, though, jumps in onto MNT, pop of the Shadow Dance, takes down the Bounty Hunter. They'll look to use the Chaotic Offering again. Ghost again doesn't catch anyone here with this RP. They've lost King R. So now Empire will back up. Jump forward from Skylark, getting the stun here. Needs more follow-up damage though to really take down Ghostic, who still has the Force. Goes for the Force TP play, and he will make it. Nothing to cancel the TP in time. So again, mousesports do hold, but they did have to commit a buyback from MNT, and they did have to use a fair few odds. But FN, he wants to come back in on this one. Drops the Abyssal Blade, and that's going to be the...
My goodness.
Can they actually... I don't think they can... But they certainly can't punish it for him with the Ace Rune. Yeah, FN's golden. He's out.
So problematic. Yeah, they don't have... I mean, the only physical damage dealer is Terror Blade.
It is.
And it's into a Troll with 34 armor and a Slark with 20 armor.
And the Solar... they've got a Solar Crest, haven't they, as well?
And...
Who's got the Solar Crest?
They have a Solar Crest now on the Ogre.
Yeah.
Wow, he got so much gold in the last 2 fights on the Poshka. So yeah, that's... I mean, it's looking really hard for Mouse to really take any of these fights.
It's looking so hard. It just feels like their draft 35 minutes in, it really just can't stand toe-to-toe with the power of Empire.
Yep.
Magnus is a great hero if you get to this stage of the game. It really is. I mean, as we've seen, he's been whiffing RPs. Ghostic hasn't really been having an amazing game, but he's been putting Empower on the cause, and that's all he needs to do.
Yeah, I mean, they just pop their BKBs, and they're immune to 90% or 80% of Mouse's damage.
And there we have it.
And there we go. Take the racks, and they just disengage.
And can Mouse punish this? They still don't have Chaotic Offering. Skylark's going to look for... Maybe they can get Miposhka at the least, but no, the stun's going to whiff. And Miposhka, I think he can make his way safely out there, holding hands with the rest of his team. And he'll get back up to the high ground. And Empire lose nothing, apart from a couple of BKB charges for the commitment on those middle racks. And look at that as well. I mean, Chappie's nearly got his butterfly complete. And how on earth are you going to deal with the evasion?
Yeah, I mean, that negates even more of the little physical damage that they do have now, because Madara can't stand toe-to-toe. The Basher, the Troll Warlord as well, he's just extremely weak now at this point in comparison to Empire's Chorus.
Yeah, and at the end of the... Even though he's got that high armor, that only really works to the strength of FN, because FN, he's not going to kill him quickly, but that's fine for FN, because it doesn't matter that it's taking time to kill the Terror Blade. That's just giving him the chance to stack up more Essence Shift stacks. And it's unlikely that mousesports are able to peel the Slark off the Terror Blade.
Yeah.
So
mean,
he
look
is
at-
just going to be absolutely massive.
Look at his graph.
Yeah, look at the net worth graph.
Like,
Look at it.
that's pretty
There we
much
go.
like, I wish we had like it showed like when item was picked up, because I'm pretty sure like right there is like, okay, the Troll BKB was picked up a little bit before that when they lost one of the fights, but then the Slark BKB got picked up after they killed the Aegis, and that was just the big window. That was just pretty much where Mouse just hit a brick wall.
I don't see that graph turning around again.
Perhaps if they can maybe bait a BKB and then try to go for something like that,
I mean,
but
it is
or a big
all
Sunder.
about playing around those BKBs.
Yeah.
They've got to somehow make sure that they go like, you know, if Empire do commit the BKB charges without finding objectives or kills, yeah, every time that happens, that's great news for Mouse.
Still very, very. And now Mag even has a BKB too, so he can get those cleaner initiations.
Well, let's see. And so we are going to have Empire leaving the base. Gappy leading the way, maybe a bit of a bait play here. FN scouting out a little bit of the Shadow Blade.
They've got a gem on Skylark now though, and Spartan's in a very interesting spot.
They may try and jump him. They're thinking about it. But FN there, Mouse, they know that this is so hard for them to make this sort of a play.
Ag's puck just got delivered.
There we go, there we go. She's going to be dropped straight away onto Chappie. Post the BKB, now turns towards the south, as with the static storm, they trapped up Skylark already. They've lost 2. RP comes in, only gets the Terrorblade, but that's good enough. And here we have it now. FN starting to chop away, build up the
Bashes.
stacks. A third death on mousesports. And Thug, he's just left to get himself the hell out of there.
And I think they may just not be able to do this anymore. It's Scott, like the Slark just walks into the back of the fight, kills the Warlock in one Abyssal Blade with the Troll ulti going off, and Skylark walks in trying to cast his spell, but he just gets brought down almost instantly from the Disruptor ultimate and everything, and yeah, they just can't stand toe-to-toe with these two super farmed melee cars with Bloodlust and Empower. It's just too much.
I really think this is why, you know, teams ban out Magnus, and especially more so against certain teams like Empire. Because it really just feels like if you don't beat them by a certain point of the game, it's game over.
Yep.
It really is. You've got nothing to deal with Empower. It's just such a huge step up in the manpower that Empire have, that once they're ahead with it, what are you going to do? You're just going to lose heroes like this. Jumping from Ghosted gets the Skewer back. And there is very little Thug can do against this.
And now you lose a couple heroes,
you
Troll
lose
pops
the racks.
ulti, you lose the racks almost instantly.
And FN, you know, he's just playing around. He's free to do whatever he wants down the back lines. Looks towards the next assassin. He grabs himself
And
a
they get
triple
Thug.
kill.
Yeah, I think it's just GG.
Yeah. You gotta break this up, so man. The easiest way to do that is ban the Magnus. Empire just too good with it. They know if they hold the game up to a certain point, and FN, he wants to get his essence. Look at that. Oh, it's tasty. Up to 40. Keep it going, and they'll call GG. It is just too much at this stage, and ends up being, you know, I'd say pretty much past what the 25-minute mark. That game was. It was borderline, if not for certain, impossible.
Yep. They had like it seemed like they had their one chance when they had the Aegis when they're going on that top push.
Which looked pretty good. You know, it was like,
Looked
okay,
decent.